one of the most significant let's say teaching from one of the healing circles that I been offering to individuals with a heart to engage in the road path of knowledge. So one of the most significant one of the most significant topics and teachings was about the act of power, el acto de poder. So the act of power to be capable, to be able, to have the courage to continue developing the capacity, the skill, the strength of sin. According to the teachings of Don Juan, a significant factor to consider in order to continue in the path toward the way of knowledge, the way of wisdom, the way of understanding life experience, learning from it, and moving forward is being able to see. There is a difference between seeing and looking at situations. So the learning factor from seeing means that you are able to see, to understand, to perceive the world in a different perspective. And by different perspective, I mean that you don't take anything personally. Well, that's one of the agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz, from one of his books of the 4 agreements. One of those agreements, new agreements in life experience, would be not to take anything personally. So being able to see, being able to perceive events and situations and experiences has to do with decreasing and eliminating irrational beliefs, mistaken ways of thinking of situations. It's like stop taking everything personally. So Don Juan would say, try your best to think less and do more. Be an individual of doing, acting, more than thinking. I mean, it's okay to think, but thinking too much may trigger some cognitive distortions or irrational beliefs. What's the point? The point is this. As one participant in the healing circle stated, he offered his medicine and his wisdom and said, maybe, he said to someone else, to another participant, maybe something you want to do is just consider silence. Consider silence, the power of silence, the power of just being able to listen, being able to be attentive and listen to what the other person is trying to tell you. Even though what the other person is trying to tell you may not be in the best way, it could be in the hard, difficult, aggressive way. And by aggressive, I don't mean violent, right? But probably the other person is not trying to tell you in a nice way things that you should be able to see in yourself to improve. And the wisdom and medicine of this individual, of this noble man, has to do with sometimes just being silent, staying quiet, and listen. And by listening, obviously, not only is listening to what the other person is saying, the significant other, let's say, but besides listening to people or to other individuals, we also should be able to learn to listen to Mother Nature. Listen to the wind. Listen to the birds. Listen to the leaves falling from the tree. Listen to the water. So listen to, Mother Nature sounds. So that experience we call mindfulness. Mindfulness exercise or practice intervention. But we may also call it contemplation. Learning to see, let's go back to seeing, okay? Remember, to see. It's not only to see with your eyes, with your physical eyes, but also being able to see beyond physical stuff. Being able to discern, being able to get the message from various levels and perspectives. So being able to listen to Mother Nature, that would be contemplation. As Martin, a native Mexica maestro, discusses in his topic of being impeccable, ser impecable. He says contemplation is different from meditation. And contemplation has to do just being present. Just stay calm and quiet. Just be present. Especially, in a natural Mother Nature space. Let's say like next to the river, in the mountains, in your backyard. And you find the right spot, the right punto de encaje, the specific location for you to be present. And just be present, listen attentively, observe, contemplate, see the tree, see the plants, see the birds, listen to every single sound. Just stay quiet, consider silence, and listen. So maybe what other people are telling us sometimes to do right, to do better, to improve, is meaningful. They may have an intention to help us see within us what we really need to acknowledge to continue improving or doing better. So perhaps what they are telling you to improve or to change is something that is not significant or meaning to you. But the experience itself, the uncomfortable experience of being told, could be an opportunity, a situation in which we should be able to see within ourselves, that area that we should pay attention to. Think about it. But more than thinking about it is doing something about it. And it's going to be a process. It's going to be a process of seeing, developing the capacity to see, to perceive, to distinguish, to discern, without taking anything personally. And see within yourself that area or experience that you only have the power to change, to improve, to modify. So this is a summary that I'm sharing, that I'm presenting as a way to continue developing the capacity, the personal power to see, to distinguish, to discern, to decrease, eliminate irrational beliefs, cognitive distortions, negative way of thinking of situations, and then being able to detect, to dispute, to discriminate against wrong perceptions, wrong ways of thinking of the situation. Don't take it personally. Move forward. See within yourself and choose to be an individual of doing more than just thinking about it. Do it for yourself. So I hope what I'm sharing with you makes sense and will continue helping you to continue moving forward. So thank you for your time. Tlatoli, palabra, word. See you next time.